the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Throw now on the final play. Trying to improvise. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So halftime straight. Well, we're in the lap. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, get us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. They all feel they're driving some points, too.
Side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. We're back now in KC. Here's second down. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. To throw. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. London holds this one in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. This pass is caught by London. And he's brought down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. That one deep for London. Touchdown! Game we were treated to in this one, and then on that final play,
Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike. I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
That is hard. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. Now a signal, timeout call, 9 seconds left to play in this first half. Throwing now on 1st and 10. He's got it about the 8. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. The Falcons offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. Low-scoring game, all time, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give, forced out wide. He's going to keep it himself. And he will score. Touchdown Atlanta. You talk about a quarterback hit. Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw. On the run to the right. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here on Christmas night. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. That one out of reach. Got the receiver's outstretched arms and is incomplete. They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Oh, it's a win here for the Falcons. And it will be a very Merry Christmas indeed.
on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now back to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
That one deep for London. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. That's the first half. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Touchdown, Falcons! Kyle Pitts, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons come right out of the locker. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs and
And this is caught. And he's across for the touchdown. In the final minute, that should just about see it. Time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.
Set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
A lot of things jump off the tape when you watch last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in that end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
Johnson. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now, deep ball for London. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on. The Falcons offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll search for the first point of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. To throw. Now, deep ball for London. And he's into the end zone. Great London. Touchdown, Falcons. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago. And they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with first down. Here we go. One final play. Again, working deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out. And we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Quick reminder of the rules. Each team guaranteed one possession. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts. All the replays come from upstairs. If this first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Season on a high note. Now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. football for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He's been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great. But sometimes you...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney, 70 yards. And their quarterback leading this offense back out. He's off to a hot start, completing his lone throw for the long touchdown pass on that last drive. And they'll try again here with the first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. 5 Tigers left. Across midfield. And shoving him off now open field. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. As the Atlanta regains possession of the football. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Eluding the pressure right. This one into the hands of Blitz. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As a stopper with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Darnell Mooney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them.
To the entire city. His play throughout the year has helped them get to the point where the NFC Championship is taking place in their stadium. He's able to continue to play at that high level over these next 4 quarters. This team's going to have a real shot to end the weekend as NFC champions.
He'll drop the throw. touchdown. They'll try to build on the lead now. This drive begins 1st and 10. They'll be forced out right. Now, deep ball for London. That's caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 80 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll try to build on the lead as they begin here in the final moments of this third quarter. Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one to his right. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter. Off the play pick, he'll look to throw. Escaping to his left. And he'll take this down inside the 35. They break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And this is going to be a touchdown. They're going to extend the lead here in the final. It's a win here for the Falcons as they're
moments that I so wish we had those thought moments. That we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness.
He's open up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. Puts him there under it deep down the left. And it looks great flying through the air run. The problem's on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Dropping back to throw. He's looking deep once again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. Falcons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They'll need some unlikely magic here if they want to find points before halftime.
blitz with just 2 seconds remaining. Could not beat the defender there. And it sets up second down. One final shot before the half. Getting out to his left. He's trying to go deep again. And somehow they reach the end zone. Falcons ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a first down. Now looking to throw. It's a 10 close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a low point. The Falcons are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Dave? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Right? Going attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
This is caught. Looks like he stayed in bounds too. Great work. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, and the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
And the biggest party in America is being held in Atlanta tonight. The Falcons have just won the Super Bowl. They made it through the regular season perfect. They advanced through those 2 playoff games, and now, Brock, now they can officially call themselves just the second undefeated team in NFL history. Only them, those 72 Dolphins, have ever claimed that piece of football immortality.
It's pretty wild, isn't it, Kate? Over half a century since we saw a team make it through an entire season undefeated. And in this modern NFL, remember, they played 20 games a season, at least 20 games. So we wondered if we'd ever see it happen again, but here we are. Witnesses to history and witnesses to one of the best football teams ever assembled.
So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books. For our entire team here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Hewer here, our fellow commentators Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Pete Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night everybody from the Super Bowl.